Hi and welcome back to Down the Shed. So in this video we're going to take a quick look at speed loaders. So what is a speed loader? A speed loader is basically a device that enables you to fill your BB magazines far more quickly. So we'll start off with an original style, which is basically a tube like this and a pokey thing, and these are a royal pain in the arse. Not only have you got to try and get the right end, not only have you got to try and hold this in there, but you also have to shove the BBs down. Now that ain't such a big deal until it comes to loading this. So the easiest way I find is to kind of just cut your hand around the top of it and then slowly try and pour some in. And they fly straight out the end. So put it on the table and just slowly try. And they don't want to go in. So this is more time consuming than it is putting them in scenery, I reckon. Oh, and then they all fall out the bottom. So the grips on this aren't too brilliant. Let's just try and feed some of these back in. So once you've got them in there, in the tube, you can put that on the top of your mag. And this is why these are rubbish. So anyway, there's still one in there. With the tube on, you can then force them down into the magazine. If you ever find one of these in with a rifle, sometimes sniper rifles, it's an old school, it's very rubbish and just throw it away. But I'm not going to throw that one away because it's not mine. Next we have the plastic style plunger speed loader, so a little button on the side, plunger comes up, push it down, lock it in. These have a capacity of approximately 100 BBs, so much easier to fill. I'm just going to pick these single ones up quick. Now as I say, these are much easier to fill because you just get the bottle and tip them in. Now this is a 140 round magazine and I've got about 80 in here. So press the plunger, put the speed loader on top of the magazine and just plunge away. That's approximately 100 rounds in there, or 100 BVs, whatever you want to determine them as. So what I'm going to do now is just empty this straight back into here, if I can. There we go. So that's a 100 round BB speed loader. Then you can go slightly bigger. This one's about, it's got 155 on the side. I reckon that's about 170, 180 round speed loader. So as you can see, its size is comparatively larger, and you can get some that are M4 mag size and still with the plunger on, but just bigger, probably 250 rounds. So these are your average style speed loaders that most people will be using with the plunger. But they do also come with an attachment, so you get a little nozzle like this, and that clips on the end of here, like so. I've got one somewhere like this size, but in the smoke colour, and I've actually glued the nozzle on. Now the reason for the nozzle is for your pistol mags. So basically, get your mag. I'm going to come closer to the camera. Dog move. Good go. So get your little end, which is now fitted. insert it onto your magazine like so. So there's your mag, that'll slot in there, I'll open, and then literally, and that's why you glue the end on, because it pulls off. So by holding that as tight as you can, you should be able to feed the magazine like so. And there we have one full magazine. So that's your Plunger style speed loaders. Now this is a pain in the arse to empty, because the easiest way is to fire the gun off. So I'm just going to push these out one by one. There we go, one empty mag. Now the best speed loader of all, and this isn't a branded one, this is completely unbranded, and this is the Odin style speed loader. So you've got a big ass speed loader, you can see it's got a widey handle on it, that's where the magazine goes. Flip that out. So there's your mag. This is for M4, so this won't do any mags other than M4. And I'm going to put a finger over the hole because they can fall out. Trapdoor on the bottom, like any standard high cap magazine. And simply, these things are just wizard, really are. 4 BBs into the chamber. Close the trapdoor. Now this is the beauty of the Odin style speed loader. Now spend the extra on an Odin. These cheap ones can break really easily. It does have a mag release on the side there. So all you have to do, BB end, magazine in. It's got 3 little indents for your fingers. Turn it upside down and wind until you get resistance, which is about there. You don't really want to overwind, because that's how you can break these cheaper ones. Turn it back the right way up, press the mag release, slip the mag out, and you now have one loaded magazine. I shall just empty the BBs out, just to show it. He says, trying to click that again. There we go. So that is the fastest way to load an M4 mag, and I do state it is, as far as I'm aware, only M4 mags, but you can't beat doing that 3 times and pretty much loading your mags faster than the guy next to you can with one of these, and he'll load it faster than the guy next to him with one of these. So the tube styles, they had a time and place. That time and place is gone. The plungers, we all have them, we all use them. I can't see them ever being not a thing on the field. But for those of us who have them, you can't beat the Odin style M4 mag load speed loader, and that really is a speed loader. So again, I'll just empty these out, and we'll just empty the loader. There you go, winding around quite freely, so I know that's basically everything it can push into there. And once again, empty out the mag. So that is basically the 3 types of speed loader you're going to come across. Your tube speed loader, which is pretty much rubbish. Your plunger style speed loaders, which come in various sizes and shapes and quantities, or capacities rather. So we've got the 100 odd round on the left, the 160, 170, ish round on the right. As I said, they do come in M4 style mags, so they're probably 250. And then of course, I don't know how many this takes. Well, there's half a bottle of BBs here, ripped AIRSOFT BBs. So I reckon there's 1,500 in there. Let's see how many actually fit into the speed loader. Well, that has to be, as you can see, we're now literally down to about here. So I reckon that's a good 1,000 rounds possibly. The trick now is getting them back into here. So all in all, as you can see now, we were down to about here, we're up there. So I reckon that was at least 1,000 rounds that went in there, which has got to be 6 or 7 mag reloads out in the field, as opposed to carrying these or these. So before I was carrying 2 or 3 of these, and when I ran out, I basically reloaded on one of these. That's got BBs in it. Whereas now, I'll carry one of these for the pistol, and one of these full for the M4. Now the only problem with that is the same with everything. The reason why I hate high cap mags, because these are spring fed, so there's no rattle. It doesn't rattle when it's empty, it doesn't rattle when it's full, it doesn't rattle when it's half full. This, although, will leave you with the issue of the baby rattle as you run along. So just put a few in here. Ooh, a couple fell out. Let's put a few in. Well, let's just say you're 3/4 way into a game, you're running along, and that's inside your pouches. So not the best idea, but it saves having to carry either bottles like this or bottles like this in the field. So you still get a bit of rattle. It is slightly muffled. There is some foam lining inside this to try and deaden the sound, but if you're an M4 user, and I wish to steer away from M4s, but at the moment my mags, my guns, or everything are M4 bias. So for the time being, I'm going to stick with Lazarus, and I've borrowed my mate's M4, which we'll see another time, to see how that one acts, because I need a backup gun basically in case one breaks. But I will be going down the, hopefully, the SA58 FAL route. So there's a new version of the FAL, which I really like. So that's speed loaders. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope there was a little bit of I hope there was a little bit of useful information. So for those of you who use or have these, just throw it away and get these. And if you're an M4 user and you have a lot of M4 mags, or you need to reload a lot, carry one of these. The Odin style M4 speed loader is an absolute blast. I can't fault these things. As I said, the cheaper ones do break a lot. If you look at an Amazon one and read the reviews, you basically wouldn't buy one. I paid £5 for this on one of the second-hand sites at the Epic Weekend a couple of weeks ago nearly, and I'm very happy with my purchase. So when it does break, we shall remove the 6 screws and have a look inside. But until that point, I don't see any point in taking this apart and risking not getting it back together until it does break. So I say does, it probably will, but we'll see. So M4 mags, Odin speed loader, or your Plunger speed loaders, and I would suggest going for the higher capacity ones possible. So if you can carry 2 or 3 of these, basically each one of these will reload a decent mid-cap magazine. I've got 2 70 round mid-caps, so that'll reload 2 of them. So even just 2 of these in your pocket full will reload a couple of 3 mags depending on their capacity. If you're a high capper, then you just want to carry one of these and basically blast them into the high cap mag when you need to reload. I don't like high cap mags, they're not my thing. So that's the route I'm in. I have, as I said, got another one of these with the nozzle glued on. I would suggest that if you do reload your pistol mags a lot, to buy basically one of these 100 round cap speed loaders, and then just super glue that on the end, and with that super glued on you're not going to get any dramas. So that's the end of it. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to my channel please. If you want to see more airsoft videos, slideshows of ripped airsoft, bits of video from ripped airsoft games and other airsoft related, or even electronic, we will get back to the electronics at some point, but yeah, even electronic content, then stay tuned. We'll have more to come later this year, into next year, and so forth. So like, subscribe, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.